Hello and welcome everybody here at the beautiful facility Richard L. Coppola Field in Austintown, Ohio. Ty Bartell joining you for the call tonight between a Division IV state champion from last year in the Warren John F. Kennedy Eagles and the Austintown Fitch Falcons, as we see Alex DeSalvo on the 1-0 pitch. Grounds out to the second baseman in today's contest for the Falcons. That is Fuller for out number 1. As
number 14,
looks to be a good matchup between these two teams. Actually, game was supposed to originally be contested between the Austintown Fitch Falcons and the South Range Raiders, but due to weather constraints and the need to make up scheduled conference games, the Raiders unfortunately could not fulfill the contest. So what did Fitch do? Went and picked up Warren JFK, last year's Division IV state champions, and Warren JFK always welcoming a challenge, does not matter what the division it is. So it was a perfect matchup here for a Thursday evening ball game just ahead of the tournament that is looming in the coming days. Joe Roth is on the mound today as he gets the count to 1-2 on the two-hole hitter Aiden Rossi. Lineup today for the JFK Eagles: Alex DeSalvo, Aiden Rossi, Gavin Schrum, Caleb Hadley, Jake Hetrick, Jaden Rissel, Quinn Miola, Michael Morrow, and Santino Shambati. And set down on strikes for a strikeout swinging out number 2 for the Falcons.
Up next to shortstop number 3, Gavin Schrum.
Appearing on running point today, Gavin Schrum, one of the captains and leaders of this Eagles team. Actually pitched in the championship game last year, the game that the Eagles won. So, guy that is known to have ice in his veins, handles the pressures better than most. Malone commit in Schrum as he cuts that one back. 0-2 the count. Couple of next level college commits in this matchup, as we know. Joe Roth, the future Akron Zip commit, on the mound, looking for this third out of Schrum, the 0-2 from Roth. That one is a laser beam to short, gloved field. Shortino on a dime across the field for out number 3. As Joe Roth sends the Eagles down in order in a clean top half of the first. Bottom 1 coming up, and the Falcons bats as well right after this on ysnlive.com.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Welcome back, everybody. Bottom of the first inning, as pitching today for the John F. Kennedy Eagles, it is going to be Jaden Rissel. Pitching to the lineup of the Falcons, it's Drew Kaschak, Carter Owens, Mikey Shortino, Brandon Popio, Joe Roth, Carson Fuller, Jake Coral, Brandon Stevenson, and Christian Latone, rounding things out. Defensively, around the infield for Jaden Rissel. In the outfield first, actually, we'll start left field, Michael Morrow. In center, Alex DeSalvo. Right is Freddie Balchuk. Going into the infield, third base is Jake Hetrick. Over at short, Gavin Schrum. Second base is Santino Shambati. First base, Aiden Rossi. And catching today is Quinn Miola, as the first pitch is a ball. 1-0 the count. on Cash Jack, who cuts on the second pitch in the at-bat and evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike apiece. As pick any of these pitchers in the Kennedy rotation, and pretty much becoming the same case with the Falcons. Very deep pitching staffs both these teams present. And in the baseball world, as that one is hit down towards second, Shambadi gloves Fields and perfectly placed on the throw for the out number 1 of Drew Kashchak. Like we were saying, when it comes to the divisional matchups, pitching is really, it's almost universal. And you've seen, and we've seen plenty of times, really good Division IV pitchers translate to really good Division II, Division I lineups oftentimes. And I mean, pitching is an art form, and there's no doubt that if you're good at it, you're good at it, and it will translate most times across the board. As Rischel tries to bring that floater in, and going for the diving catch out and right was Bolchak, gets around him as Carter Owens turning and burning, going for 3. He's going to get a triple out of it and gets in there standing as Carter Owens, freshman. We saw him getting a significant playing time on the basketball court as Coach Beanie had a lot of trust in this young man. We see Coach Paris having a lot of trust in him as well, batting him second. And the Falcons, with a 1-out triple, has them set up to take an early lead, run standing 90 feet away. Mikey Shortino wasting little time, poking it out to right field. That gets over the head, goes to the wall. 1 run is in. Mikey Shortino digging for 3. He's hustling in for 3rd, and he'll get in there standing. Replace with a run. Falcons up 1-0.
Stepping in for the Falcons, the center fielder, number 8, Brandon Popio.
Cleanup hitter Brandon Popio. Big swinger, too, for the Falcons, as that first pitch is a ball, 1-0. As Popio swinging, and he's going to deposit another run on the Falcons scoreboard as he puts that into center field. RBI single, jumping on a 2-0 lead early are the Falcons. Joe Roth batting in the 5 hole with a runner at first. Squares around a bunt, and Brandon Popio swipes second without a throw. Jaden Rischel trying to get out of some early inning troubles here. Fitch trying to jump on the right-hander early. Trying to get back into the count with that one. Misses consecutively, 2-0 the count. John F. Kennedy, a team that typically, with the entirety of their schedule, practically I should say, featuring teams, divisions above them, and it's why you see them go as deep as they typically do in recent memory now, and as deep as we expect them to be come the tournament time because of the level of competition. And hit on a dime by Gavin Schrum as it connect to the leather for out number 2 as the liner
Now stepping in for the Falcons,
retires Roth.
number 3, Carson Fuller.
It's going to bring up Carson Fuller now. Fuller watches the breaking ball that couldn't break into the zone for ball 1. Taking inside and getting ahead in the count now, 2-0. That one is fouled back to the fencing, 2-1 now. As the count 2-1, searching for the final out in this inning is Rischel. Taking their lead off of second. Now is Popio. 2-1 pitch. That one hit on a line out to left field, and that one's going to bring home another run. Falcons looking for their third extra base hit in the inning, third triple in the inning, heading for the bag, diving in there. Safe is the call by the third base umpire. As in their third triple, Carson Fuller, third RBI, 3-0 Falcons. Jumping ahead here in the first. As Jake Coral, one of the senior leaders here with 2 down. And another run sitting 90 feet away. Falcons with a trifecta on offense to start. Taking all the way as Rischel gets it over the plate for a strike. 0-1. Went inside on Coral. Try to go up high for the chase. No offering at it by Coral. As that one gets by, going home with it, and another run coming home for the Falcons. Heads up base running by Carson Fuller, and another run scores for Fitch, 4-0 Austintown. As a favorable hitter's count for Coral, and it walks the runner Coral for another base runner here in the first.
The first baseman, number 13, Brandon Stevenson.
As we're going to have a little bit of a meeting on the mound with Jaden Rischel, and we're going to take a break as well, as this meeting on the mound is going to be brought to you by Myers Family Insurance.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com
Or find us on Facebook.
Welcome back, everybody, as Brandon Stevenson getting his first swings of the day, as Jake Coral on first. Fitch already jumping on to an early lead. First pitch by Rischel finds the zone for the strike. 0-1. Quick peek over at first from Rischel, delivers to the plate. That one's hit out towards right. Freddie Balchuk giving it a run, a look as it hits the warning track, goes all the way to the wall. Jake Coral getting the hold up. He's going to keep going, trucking around from third. He's going to score a run. The big man said, look at the wheels now. Kept on running, looked like he might have ran through the fencing. It's 5-0 Fitch here in the first. Double for Stevenson. Christian Latone now up to bat, taking a first pitch ball, 1-0. Falcons offense exploding after being relatively quiet against the division rival, or conference rival, I should say, in the Howland Tigers. It's been the roller coaster of a ride that the Falcons have been facing throughout the season, as we've seen in their 3 losses against Ursuline, Green, and Howland. The lineup just virtually went quiet. Just couldn't find anything offensively, couldn't string hits together. And sometimes that's baseball. But we have seen consistently, after usually a loss in the season, Falcons have come out strong on offense and focused, and sometimes a loss is just what you need to get you focused. Pair that with the fact that, Ursuline, Green, Howland, all quality baseball teams too. When you get into Division I, any division, especially when you're facing teams in this region, this area in particular, and heck, districts in most of this northeastern part of Ohio, tough to get through. As Latone trying to turn it back over to the top as the pitch taking all the way, count running full with 2 down here in the first. Look in from Rischel, the payoff. That one fouled off, and we'll do it again at 3-2. Fairly cloudy day here in Austintown, as the overcast has pretty much taken over the entire sky. So for the baseball side of things, very tough locating those fly balls and those pop flies, as the walk is going to set up first and second now with 2 down still.
Number 11,
Drew Kashak, responsible for the first out in this inning and a grounder to second. Get a chance to try to right the ship or risk being the butt of many jokes in the dugout for having 2 of the 3 outs in the inning. As 0-1, taken all the way for strike 2. As home plate, house just got a little bit bigger. Seems like they're investing money into it, making it a mansion. As that one misses for a ball, 1-2. Rischel quickly delivers, and a swing and a miss, getting out of the inning as Rischel finds it in the arm and digs deep, delivers for out number 3. JFK searching for some offense as Fitch puts up a big inning after 1. 5-0 Falcons. We go to the top of the second right after this.
Change. This
Mill Creek Metro Parks is launching its first ever co-ed youth NFL Flag Football League May 14th through June 18th. Registration is now open for 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12U players. All games will be played Saturdays at the Wick Recreation Area. Sign up today and don't miss out on a chance to be part of this surging American youth sport, backed by NFL Flag Football. Call or register today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Welcome back, everybody. Top of the second, getting ready to get underway as Joe Roth stays on the mound to pitch. Clean first, top of the first inning as the Eagles went in order, 1, 2, 3. Caleb Hadley, Jake Hetrick, and Jaden Rischel due up here for the Eagles.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 11, Caleb Hadley.
Caleb Hadley, the designated hitter in today's contest. Right-handed swinging bat, typically batting cleanup for this Eagles squad, as it's a battle of the birds today, as the first pitch is a strike from Roth as he locates it. As hit by Hadley as it eats up Owens over at third, and he's going to get there safely, is Hadley. As starting to get a few more starts is Carter Owens. Thing you got to remember about Carter Owens, too, is aside from like the typical third baseman we have seen playing there, your kind of Josh Lowe frame, it's Carter Owens has a lot more height to him, too, so he has to get down a lot quicker, too. Tough position to play, too, especially when you have the long legs and appendages that Owens does, but actually a really good fielder and actually surprisingly has a really good arm. As you see that for a freshman, and he makes a lot of throws on a dime across the infield and does it with ease, it seems like. Almost those Tim Lincecum builds. You remember him on the mound for so many years with the Giants, San Francisco Giants, that kind of wiry, skin and bones frame, but boy, oh boy, could he get it up there. Kind of reminds me of the same kind of build we see at Carter Owens over at third base, and got to be exciting for the Falcons to have someone like that, basketball and baseball star, for the next few years here in the Austintown system. As the 1-1 pitch taken all the way by Jake Hetrick as he gets ahead 2-1. Hetrick, third baseman in today's contest for the Eagles. As with a runner on first trying to get something going, Hetrick goes swinging at that one. It's popped up on the infield, calling it off, settling under it, making the catch. Carson Fuller gets it for out number 1. Pitcher-pitcher matchup now as Jaden Rischel takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Roth checking on the runner at first. Gets into his motion. As that one misses off the plate wide for a ball.
Ball push.
As that one's swinging too. Could catch the Falcons softball game going on as well. They're facing a Division IV powerhouse and a state representative last season in the Matthews Mustangs. So very good teams from Division IV being hosted here at Austintown Fitch High School, as that one is fouled off and into the bullpen it goes, 1-2. Hit pretty far actually too. That time from Rischel, showing the pop in his bat. The 1-2 from Roth, and fouled back by Rischel. Good at bat here. Despite the very, very tough schedule that Kennedy usually plays, only 3 losses on the season as well, matching Fitch 10-3 record. Coming into today is JFK, as that throw over to first, and getting back in there safely is Hadley. I've seen JFK play those other Division IV teams such as Matthews, and how they play against teams from their own division separates this JFK team from others, and it's typically why a lot of people in the area expect this JFK team to make another run and another push for a repeat state championship, as that one is fouled back because we've seen them face your Division I teams such as Fitch, but apart from that, we've also had on the network as well, they faced Division II state champions from last year in Akron-Hoban too, and that was one of the losses that they experienced this season, but still not a loss where they got blown out of water. That's not something that JFK does at all, as that one is swung out and missed for a strikeout of Rischel.
Number 6, Quinn Mule.
Second K for Roth. But we talk about that. I believe it was a 6-0 loss against Hoban in that one. But in a lot of instances, JFK has proven time and time again they can compete with those bigger schools, and fearless doesn't deny any challenge, do the Eagles, and we see that time and time again. That one's a slapper right up the middle, as trying to get it, couldn't beat him out at the bag, and looking to hopefully get the tag out, but barely holding it on by a tippy toe, it looked like, keeping the toe on the bag, Caleb Hadley, as that one will likely go as, I would think, maybe a base hit. We'll have to double check. I would think it would be a base hit, though. Tough play that time for Shorentino to make. Tried to go with the tag on the bag. Already beating it out was Hadley. And nice speed by Quinn Miola. So a single, and runners now at first and second with 2 down. It's setting up Michael Morrow to hit in this situation, as Joe Paris going to have a conversation with Roth and his infield, as this meeting at the mound is going to be brought to you by our friends over at WFMJ.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Welcome back, everybody. Michael Morrow, due to bat here with 2 down, but a chance to get the Eagles some runs back here in the top of the second inning. As Fitch, who put up 5 in the bottom of the first, looking to carry that momentum through the second. Eagles trying to pump the brakes on that. As Michael Morrow awaits the 0-0 from Roth. All the way taking it for a strike, it's 0-1. As Morrow cuts on that one, fouls that back as well. 0-2 the count. Michael Morrow, another one of these products that was on this state championship team from a year ago. Matter of fact, almost all the JFK team, the entire Warren JFK's team from last year has returned with the exception of Cam Hollabaugh. Now, Cam Hollabaugh, obviously a big name, as that snap throw from the mound, and I think home plate umpire is calling a balk on it, and they're flipping runners to second and third, an advancement of both runners on base. So now there's going to be 2 in scoring position, as Roth has an 0-2 count on Michael Morrow with 2 in scoring position and a chance for JFK to get a couple back. The 0-2 taking all the way, and it's a ball, 1-2. Big at bat here, and needing a timely hit is Warren JFK. At 1-2, getting a piece of it and fouling it back. Morrow lives to fight another pitch. Falcons donning their all-white unis today. Classic look for Fitch. JFK, the gray bottoms and the navy blue tops, red lettering, white trim. Clean look for both of these teams. Really like the uniform design of a lot of the Falcons unis, especially these white ones, but JFK has some nice uniforms too. As that one misses down low, no offering by Morrow. Count evens at 2. 2's across the board. 2 down, 2 on, 2-2 count. Getting the call from his catcher Wallace. Roth delivers. That one hit out towards right field, making a run for it as it goes foul. And I believe it might have even left the ballpark. No, it might have bounced back in. Or is that a bird that flew onto bird? That is a bird that flew on. So I think it cleared. I think it might have cleared the wall, just right of the wall. Boy, oh boy, Michael Morrow showcasing right there. And that's a thing. Joe Roth gets his fastball upper 80s, low 90s. You can use that power against him. And Morrow kept that couple inches fair. He rode that out of there for a 3-run shot. As we've seen a couple of players be able to get some pretty deep shots. Not necessarily always home runs, but it's when you start getting more velocity on those fastballs. Hitters, even power hitters, or hitters that don't possess a lot of power, I should say, are able to turn on those oftentimes. As the 2-2 is swung on and missed. Big strikeout by Joe Roth as he keeps the score at a 5-0 count. As Fitch leading with their bats coming back up, looking to add to their lead right after this.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Jimmy Sutton here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Back here, everybody, and it's the bottom of the second inning. Carter Owens, Mikey Shortino, Brandon Popio due to face Jane Rischel here as Carter Owens trying to deposit another one, and boy, oh boy, Carter Owens doing a phenomenal job of taking the ball where it's pitched. He can hit it the other way, demonstrates it there with a shot to right. Base hit, second one of the day for Owens. A lot of things to be excited about here in Austintown with this baseball team. A lot of young names in both the baseball and softball team. It starts with the youth levels. Great coaching from the bottom up, and it's why you see so much success through both of these programs. As cut on and fouling it back is Mikey Shortino, batting out of the 3-hole today, and really just kind of season he's having too. Warrants it. Kind of contact he constantly is able to make with the ball, and productive outs even when he does get out. He's batting in that leadoff spot and found a lot of success in it. But Falcons really trying to groom Drew Kashchak into doing so. You see him batting at the top of the lineup again today. Has that kind of speed and contact that you're looking for, does Kashchak. We see him featured and has been featured heavily out in right field this season for the Falcons. Carter Owens always a threat to run, drawing some throws from Rischel, trying to get him caught up in between steps. Rischel couldn't do so as Owens does slide underneath the tag of the first baseman for the Eagles in Rossi. 1-1 the count for number one of the Falcons, and trying to ride that down the third base line as he hit it foul. Count goes to 1-2. Fitch was able to tag Rischel for 5 in the first. See if Rischel can settle in now, start eating some innings for the Eagles. This is a key inning for both teams as Fitch looking to try to chase Rischel in this inning especially. You're looking to grab some more offensive runs. Get another pitcher out there for the Eagles as Carter Owens able to turn on the afterburners as he slides in there safely with the steal. Runner in scoring position, nobody out with a 2-2 count. As Mikey Shortino, big gap you're seeing between the hole of second and first. That's where Carter Owens went with it. Shortino fouls that one back to the netting, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Shortino, another one of those guys. Like you see what Carter Owens does well as a freshman. A little more refined. We see that from Shortino as the senior, the guy that can really spray the ball all over the field. Goes for contact, hits it where it's placed, and it's why you see how straight up they pretty much play him. You see the hole a little bit bigger between first and second, but not by much. The payoff pitch is fouled back, and we'll do it yet again with a count full. On top of that, other things that don't normally denote value for baseball games or hold any kind of stat line is how many pitches you're taking in an at-bat. And it's another reason why you see Shortino bat a lot towards the top of the lineup is a lot of counts like this, full counts, fouls a lot of pitches off, forces a lot of pitches from your pitcher, and that not only benefits him, it benefits the entire team. Get to see more of what a player has to offer, especially when you're able to try to poke it in center, but reading it nicely, Alex DeSalvo with the speed in the clouds as well. DeSalvo runs it down, and a fine defensive center fielder for the JFK Eagles too, and he was featured heavily in both the state semi and the state final last year, making tons of tremendous plays in center field. He really locks things down in the outfield. He's on an island, and that island takes up a huge portion of that outfield because his speed allows him to get there. And trying to go opposite field was Brandon Popio. Hits it foul, 0-1. We see that's where Jaden Rischel throwing a lot of those pitches, too, on the outer third of the plate. Falcons trying to do just that, is take it opposite field. JFK not imposing any shifts, playing it straight up the whole way through. Inside with that one, 1-1. Last time up, Popio had an RBI single. Look over at second, drawing a throw as Schrum keeps Carter Owens close at the bag at second. Popio having some power, hitting a home run in this ballpark against the Boardman Spartans. As he tries to go right back up the middle, he finds another hole, and he's going to get another RBI. No, he's not actually, as a holdup by Joe Paris. Carter Owens having the speed, but no challenge, and rather just take the runners at the corners with one out to continue the inning. Not wanting to risk an out at the plate, and the second out of the inning it would have been. Joe Paris holds it up, plays it safe. Joe Roth now with runners at the corners and only one down. But that's another base hit for Brandon Popio, a 2-for-2 day for him, and he also has an RBI to his name. Roth grounding to short in his first time up. As the throw over to first, keeping Popio close. Popio has a threat to steal. Got to think he would want to try to get that double play out of order as Roth takes all the way. Roth is one of those guys that can be a double play candidate because he puts the ball in play so often. Try to get something on the ground from Roth here and get a 2-for-1 and getting him caught up. Going to look to get another run and not turning around and executed perfectly and getting caught up in between defensively. A run scores for Austintown and one gets into scoring position. Brandon Popio. Props to him. He really sold that one, drew a throw, and Carter Owens reads it from the third base bag, comes home 6-0. Fitch manufacturing a run the old-fashioned way on the base paths, as another one is in scoring position for Roth, the 0-1, and that one is a strike getting down, and that close play, but got him as a nice throw by Miola to get Popio out at the bag at third for out number 2. Catcher picking up his pitcher as Miola picks off the speedy Popio on the third base bag. Nice throw by him. As Roth grounds that one to Hetrick over at third. The big man with a throw on a line gets him as digging it out nicely was Rossi at first for out number 3. Falcons add to their lead. It's 6-0 Fitch after 2. We go to the top of the third inning right after this on ysnlive.com.
Mill Creek Metro Parks is launching its first ever Co-Ed Youth NFL Flag Football League May 14th through June 18th. Registration is now open for 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12U players. All games will be played Saturdays at the Wick Recreation Area. Sign up today and don't miss out on a chance to be part of this surging American youth sport. Backed by NFL Flag Football. Call or register today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Welcome back, everybody, as the lineup going to be Santino, Shimbati, then the top for the Eagles here in the top half of the third. As looking to get back into this one, trailing 6-0 to Fitch as the first pitch, a ball missing from Roth. As Shimbati swings at the 1-0 pitch, and it gets fouled off, 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch bouncing at the plate, taking all the way was Shimbati for a 2-1 count, getting ahead in the count. Don't forget, Falcons softball team also on ysnlive.com. They're actually up 1-0 over the Matthews Mustangs. And taking all the way, looks like he held up on the swing. It was a called strike anyway. 2-2 now the count on Shimbati. Digging for the first out in this inning is Roth, the 2-2 pitch. That one is hit out towards first. Gloved, field, toss to Roth. Roth tags the bag for the out as he beats out Shimbati for out number 1. Running down Shimbati for the grounder to first. As Alex DeSalvo, the leadoff hitter, very good contact hitter too for this Kennedy Eagles squad, grounded out to the second baseman Fuller in his first at-bat. Right-handed batter, and DeSalvo chased up the ladder for strike 1. As couldn't catch up to that one as back-to-back pitches. Letter high from Roth. Gets DeSalvo to fall behind. 0-2. That one fouled back by DeSalvo as he got up to that one, got a piece of it. As Roth again tries to get DeSalvo to come up missing, but getting a piece of it is the Kennedy Eagles leadoff man. Looking to get something started with one out here. Get some runs back. That one. Try to go up the ladder. One rung too high as Roth for a ball, 1-2. Nice crowd today on a 66-degree day here in Austintown. Not too hot. A little bit on the chilly side, but not much more than a long sleeve, maybe a little sweater weather with the wind, but still beautiful day at the ballpark. No rain. That's the biggest thing here. That's, I think, the only thing a lot of us are pleading here in Northeast Ohio. Because right now, April showers just brought May showers. It's continuing. As that one swung on and missed, another strikeout for the Falcons right-hander. That is number 3 today for Roth. Number 4 today for Roth. As Roth's pitch to Rossi, as Rossi takes all the way for a ball, 1-0. With 2 down, here in the top of the third inning, rides that one a bit too high for a ball. Rossi getting ahead of Roth, 2-0. Rossi makes contact on that one, heads up, as just drops. And I see a people, nobody gets plunked with it. Scared a few people, though, for sure. Got to watch out. There's unknown flying objects here between these ballparks, as that one called for a strike.